Hello guys, Anthony David is my name, aka Chidav, and today I am currently on another project, and what we're going to be doing is really not the regular. I'm going to be setting up two acres of sweet potato, and I just want to show you how to go about the setting up of 2 acres of a commercial potato field. The potato what are going to be setting up is the sweet potato. Sweet potato is quite lucrative also, but I need you to stay glued as we go into the establishment of these 2 acres of commercial sweet potato farm. Peace guys. So getting to the field, been talking with my client on the phone, been working with my client remotely. So on getting to the field, I kind of figured out that the field which was cleared a couple of weeks back is now looking so weedy. I was a bit disappointed, because professionally I'm not supposed to establish a field with this amount of weed on the field, because it's really going to compete really hard with our crop. But then I need to do something very quickly, because I'm really coming from a far place to the execution of this project, so I kind of needed to do something really quickly. So what we did was, then getting a couple of chemicals, contact herbicide actually, so that we can get rid of the weed, and after we've cultivated, we then do manual clearing for the field. We can't do all of that right now because of the time we're having. So we got our chemical, and then as you can see, we've been able to apply the chemical on the field, and the weeds are drying up. So what we're going to do right now is to ensure we get the field cultivated, and after cultivating, then we then ensure that we get all this weeded. While we needed to go ahead with the cultivation, ordinarily I should have waited and allowed them to weed, but then we have a preventive method, which is getting the field, sprayed with contact herbicide, which will then suppress the weed until we are done, planting. So after the planting, we're then going to introduce, manual weeding and get rid of this weed, so we do not have any competition. So within a month, the sweet potato would have, spread out, and definitely the weed will not stand a chance to compete with it once it has covered the soil surface. So that is the technique and we want to use for this field, and definitely it's going to work because it's something we've tried out over and over. I need to jump into the field as we go into the establishment of these 2 acres of land. Alright guys, so let's dive in. After preparing the land and also attending to the weed situation of the field, we ensure that we brought in the vines and prepared it before planting. Getting the best out of your fields and also ensuring you don't waste your vines starts from this very point. The vines were cut into the right specifications, but before we cut the vines into the specification we wanted, we ensure that we took out all the leaves. This is done to prevent any introduction of pests or diseases, which most of the time the leaves are host to. Ensure you do this before planting, and also ensure that each vine cutting must have at least 3 nodes to ensure you are on the safe side, or most of it, or sometimes you could also have about 2 nodes, but this is dependent on the interval of the node, which we refer to as the internode. planting of the cut vines is the next major operation, and that is what we are carrying out right here. In a commercial field establishment like this very one we are currently having, spacing is as critical as life. Therefore, you have to ensure the right spacing is maintained throughout the field and throughout the planting operation. We are using a spacing of 1 meter by 30 centimeter, and you have to take note of this. Your plant spacing determines the yield at the end of the day. So if you want to achieve your yield goal, you have to maintain the right plant spacing. Getting the right plant population means that at the end of the day you would get the right yield. So if you're establishing a commercial farm, all you need to do is you have to ensure that you find out what the standard spacing for the crop you are cultivating is. Alright, so in some situation we might not use 1 meter by 30 centimeter. It all depends on what we have on the field that then inform us what we need to use, and also it all depends on what our yield goal is. Okay, so all these things are things you have to put into consideration before you even go about setting up your farm. Okay, it comes with experience, it comes with a couple of study, and a whole lot of factors determine what you use at the end of the day. Also, the availability or the available nutrients also determines the density of the spacing. So all these things are factors we consider before deciding on the spacing we are going to be using as a farmer. So that is it, guys. This is just the basic things on commercial potato farm establishment. Do well to punch on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and also give us a thumb up. Also, remember to check out other amazing content from Chidavagriculturalhub. See ya all in our next video. Peace, guys.